Up and they're off. As predicted, all boats out of the blocks, extremely aggressive. Not much as they cross the first 100 meters, not much in between, maybe a seat. Princeton just sneaking out a little bit, but Columbia is hot on their tail. Georgetown right in it as well. Princeton might have got out about a seat as they get down into their base rate, base pace. Princeton maybe has a seat over Georgetown and Columbia. Columbia and Georgetown running even. Now Georgetown coming up even with Princeton. Georgetown and Princeton are even. Columbia about a seat or two back. Now as they're really getting in, coming to the first 500, Princeton hitting their base speed. About Coxon coming on to the 6th seed of Georgetown. Columbia and Georgetown about a seat off. All boats, doesn't seem like any of these boats have settled at all. Settled into their base pace. They're all just really going after it. Good, strong rhythms. Although Princeton now is starting to just creep out. About a half a length ahead of Georgetown. Georgetown about 2 seats up on Columbia. And here we go, through 750. Princeton, their move has been stopped right around 4 or 5 seats. Georgetown's coming with them. Columbia now about a length, like 8 seats off of Princeton. Georgetown coming back, 4 seats off of Princeton. And moving, taking a move right here. They've just moved it back to 3 seats. 2 seats. Georgetown is coming up even with Princeton, rowing just a little bit higher. Columbia falling off the pace a bit. Georgetown and Princeton are even coming through 1,000 meters. 1,000 meters, it is even between Princeton and Columbia. Now, excuse me, Georgetown. Georgetown now has 1 seat. Georgetown, 1 seat and moving. Princeton now taking a move. Princeton is taking a move to come back. Columbia length off of Princeton. 2 seats between Georgetown and Princeton. Georgetown rowing just a little bit higher, maybe a stroke beat higher than Princeton. Now Georgetown, half a length on Princeton. Columbia, a length off of Princeton. Georgetown moving now. Half a length up on Princeton. And still moving. 7 seats. 7 seats. Now, Coxon is now on bow ball of Princeton. Georgetown is moving away. Full length now on Princeton. Columbia moving back. About 8 seats now on Princeton. And as we come into 500 meters, Georgetown has just broken open water on Princeton. Columbia about 7 seats, 8 seats on Princeton, behind Princeton. Columbia moving away. Georgetown moving away. Now 2 seats open water. Georgetown, 2 seats open water over Princeton. Columbia's just moved the rate up. Princeton's coxswain is on bow ball of Columbia. Princeton has just jumped the rate. Georgetown still moving away. Coming in the last 250 meters, it's Georgetown. About 2 seats open water over Princeton and about a length back to Columbia. Georgetown winding it up in this last 200 meters. All boats starting to wind it up in this last 200 meters. Columbia starting to inch back a little bit on Princeton, which is pushing Princeton back into Columbia, or into Georgetown. Georgetown just up the rate, Princeton up the rate, Columbia up the rate, last like 5 to 10 strokes. It's going to be Georgetown about a length over Princeton and another length back to Columbia. It's Georgetown over Princeton, over Columbia.